Certain things were being destroyed, like artifacts from the community were being destroyed. And once I saw something being destroyed or taken to the dump, the city dump, I decided that perhaps they were worth saving. I knew they were worth saving because they were part of our history. So I started collecting these artifacts, these items, and it got to the point where people found out what I was doing, and they got involved. They started collecting things, and it got to the idea, well, perhaps we should start an association, get a museum going. I called a meeting, and we formed the Gillams Historical Society. We got incorporated in 2008. Eventually, we made an agreement with the church, the local church, and they had a church hall in the basement of the church that wasn't being used. So we made a deal with them whereby we would move into the church hall, operate in the summertime, and we would shut it down in the winter when they needed the hall for their various functions. That continued on till COVID, and everything got shut down. This building that we're now in, and it's now ours, the seniors group was operating into this before COVID. They couldn't really operate. COVID kind of done them in financially. So this is where we are now. This is our building, and while we don't have a lot of money, we are surviving, and we're doing well in a way. And you can see what we have here. We have tools here from the United States, brought here by people who was trying to escape the Vietnam War and lived there in Gillams, homesteaded here in Gillams for some years, and left tools here. We have cannonballs here that were used by the French. They would come over with their small warships, small cannon, and they would go as close as they could to the English communities, and they would blast cannonballs up in the cliffs, and they would, for probably 2 or 3 days, they would cause one hell of a racket. And they would scare the poor English out of their wits for a few days. So these little cannonballs, they were found by fishermen and used by the fishermen, Gillams fishermen, in the outer Bay of Arms as part of their fishery. That wheelchair there, there's a fishing connection there. With that wheelchair, the gentleman who had owned that wheelchair lost his legs on the Grand Banks and ended up living here in Gillams. We've had people from all over the world there, and the last several summers, we've had people there from all over the world. Most of the states in the United States, practically every province, Australia, Europe, all over Europe, Australia, New Zealand, South America, all over the globe, we've had people visit there. You know, people who left Gillams 40 years ago and haven't been back, came back here, heard about the museum, came back and spent time here. So it's been great.